Hi, this is Tim Hegarty with VTC, C++ Fundamentals. Let's take a minute to talk about inline functions. Now, we already saw inline functions way back in chapter 1 or 2 when we were looking at creating classes and methods within the classes, and some of the methods like the constructor methods of the class were set up inline because they were very simple, usually one, maybe two lines of code, very basic, nothing fancy, and you could put that code inline. We can do the same thing with a function. When you declare and then define a function, you can define it as inline, and that will tell the compiler that if at all possible, put the code of this function directly in the place of the function call. So instead of, when you get to the function call in main or wherever you are, instead of pushing things on the stack and transferring control, jumping over to the function, and then you perform the function and then you do a return back out of it, what will happen is the actual code of the function will be placed in line. So it's not always possible, though. Depends on how complex of a function you create and how smart your compiler is. So whether it can create that code inline. Here's an example of what it looks like, though. There's an inline int func inc, which is just an incremental little function. This is kind of worthless, but it would do it. And it takes in an integer I. And what it's going to do is return I++, I incremented, back out of func inc. But by causing it to be inline, the ++ will be right in line with the calling code. So we will not jump over to another function and then have to return for something so simple. It's usually, or it has to be really, a very simple code, very basic to make it inline. It's strictly there to create faster code, to try to shave a few cycles off of the whole execution time. But again, you use it wisely, and if you abuse it, the compiler will just ignore you and it'll make a normal function, just so you know. So that's inline functions.